there's an actual name for this. It's called overtraining syndrome. Not shocked, everything has a name these days, but it occurs when an individual trains excessively without allowing adequate time for recovery. So as a result, persistent fatigue, decreased performance, even though you've continued to train, emotional, mood swings, increased risk of injury, illness, you're getting sick, your sleep is messed up. Now you've got a hormonal imbalance. And it's not just overtraining that is causing this. Also, you're overtraining and you have poor nutrition. You're overtraining, poor nutrition, bad sleep routines. On top of that, you're not drinking enough water. And it really does all go hand in hand. And there's one thing that I constantly tell my athletes. And if you ask them this, I'm telling you for a fact. We live to lift another day. All right. We live to lift another day. And that's just a great motto to live by, because you can't give 100% every single day. You can't go hard every time you come to class, because if you do have a goal when you first start out in the gym to be consistent in the gym, it doesn't mean that you're going to the gym every single day that week. It means that you set a good plan. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, maybe Tuesday is yoga, maybe Thursday is walking, because rest is just as important as training. Rest allows our body to repair tissue, replenish our energy, and then also, if we are training hard, we need to adapt to that training stimulus. So I know some of you are like, man, I've done that before, or you're seeing maybe why, you've started your fitness journey and we're 16 days in and you're like, dang, I've only been to the gym 5 times in 16 days when your goal was to go at least 3 days a week. All right. So, but there are a lot of questions that surround overtraining and rest. And sometimes we feel like we don't deserve rest. And that doesn't go just for in the gym. That goes for our day-to-day life, work. We just feel like we have to earn rest. Rest is not something that's earned. Rest is something that you need to give yourself grace for and take. You got to rest your body, rest your mind. I mean, I feel like I got to rest my soul and my emotions sometimes. I need a day, sometimes just to couch rot, eat something really good, maybe catch up on a show, work from home, on the couch. Like, it doesn't have to be 100% and perfect every day. All right. So with these questions, it's like, how much rest is optimal rest? Like, do we, sometimes too little rest is then going to lead to that overtraining syndrome. But then if we rest too much, are we hindering progress? And then also, not knowing the signs of overtraining. If you're new to working out, you might not know the symptoms and the signs of overtraining. And then after a while, you're like, I've been going to the gym every day. I'm not getting any stronger. I keep having these nagging pains. And it's just like this subtle decline in your training. And it's like, so what do you do? How do you move forward? How do you make gains and still rest? My beef tips. So beef tips of the day today. And I love saying that. Beef tips of the day today. Rest, overtraining. Here are my top 5 tips to help prevent you from overtraining and keep the gains coming. Number 1, listen to your body. I can't stress this enough. Say you wake up that day. You're not feeling that great. You might feel a little sore. That's okay. That doesn't mean that you can't train. But what it does mean is that if you go to the gym and while we're warming up, whether it's during the individual warm up or like when I'm coaching, I always say, right now is your time. And then at the end of that 10 minutes, it's my time. And I'm going to get us nice and warm. And if during that time, we're performing some movements, we're going over the movements, we're really warming up our bodies. If there is anything that you're feeling while doing these movements, then that's your sign. Because you can come to the gym, you can come to class anytime. And if you need to modify, you let your coach know. All right. There's always opportunity to get in a good workout while still listening to your body. Or you woke up that day and it's an overwhelming sense of soreness, fatigue, your head hurts, your back hurts. Sometimes it just be like that. And especially with us women, we're constantly moving through a cycle every single month. We have to adjust. We need to change up what we're doing because I'm telling you, right before it hits for me, my lower back is a mess. And and what's crazy is I always have my coach, Savannah, Lauren, and we're all talking about it and we're like, wow, okay, we're about to start. Maybe I scale back a little bit. But number one, listen to your body. Always so important. Number two, schedule rest days and active recovery days. All right. So that means if your plan is to be in the gym 3 days a week, it doesn't have to be 3 days in a row. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or maybe it's Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. That way you're scheduling, okay, you're like, if I come Monday, Wednesday, Friday, okay, Tuesday, I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to take my dog for a few miles on a walk. Walks are amazing. People really underestimate the power of a really great walk, getting your steps in. Okay, so maybe, all right, I go for a walk on Tuesday. On Thursday, do some mobility, some yoga, or maybe I just still come to the gym and I move really slow, super lightweight or body weight. Doesn't mean that you have to stay out of the gym, but you can do active recovery, which leads me to my next point. Number three, having a well-structured, intentional programming. I'm telling you, this is key. I get it. You know, if you're going to a regular gym like a Crunch or a Planet Fitness, you're like, Monday is back and biceps, Wednesday is legs, Thursday is chest and triceps. Okay, great. But how intentional are you really being? Because a lot of times we tend to get caught up in that, well, I'm going to train this, and we try different exercises every single time we're in the gym, but you don't realize how much consistency in movements and how certain movements work together. Because you know what, we're working right now on bench press, deadlift, and back squat. And how are we capitalizing on that? Thanks to Coach Savannah, our head coach, we're not deadlifting the barbell every day. We're like today, we're doing D-ball cleans. So we're deadlifting an odd object off the floor. We might not be benching today, but a day we're doing push-ups. It is all super intentional because you can't expect to come to the gym, which a lot of our athletes do. Especially here at EAV, a lot of my athletes come 5 days a week. They're coming almost every single day. So our programming needs to be intentional so that you are able to come every single day. And Coach Savannah is the absolute best at what she does. She ensures that you are able to come 5 days in a row if you want to come 5 days in a row. Like yesterday was such a phenomenal workout. It was mainly all cardio. We had the sleds, boxes, burpees, machines, because for the last 3 days before that, the last 3 days before that, we were push pressing overhead. We were deadlifting, we were benching, like we were moving weight every single day. And here comes almost like an active recovery day because the workout can be what you make it. Something I talk about in class all the time as well. When you're looking at that workout, how is it not only pertaining to your goals, but also going to help you continue to have a good week of working out, right? And so she programmed that in the middle of the week for a reason. It wasn't just like, oh, today's cardio day. No day is a specific day. And I find that is where people work best. Because, like my husband goes to the gym and he has his days set up in the way that he trains, and he likes to train alone. More power to him. I enjoy when I get to train with him, but I'm training with my team. I'm training with my athletes, and we're working on our intentional programming. So just to run back real quick for those who have maybe just joined us. Number one, we're listening to our body. Number two, we're scheduling and being intentional with our rest days and active recovery days. And number three, we have a well-structured intentional programming that we're doing. And that brings me to number four, ensuring adequate nutrition, hydration, and sleep. I put those together because they really do, like I said earlier, they go hand in hand, right? Because if you're coming to the gym and you're trying to make gains and you're working really hard, you've got work, you've got kids, you've got all this stuff that you're doing, sleep is going to be probably the most important behind nutrition. I didn't put in any specific order, but you can't really function without sleep. And so if you think that you're going to get 3 or 4 hours of sleep and then crush the day, your body didn't even have enough time to even like recover. It just didn't have enough time to recover at all. Like I said earlier, it's like your body hits recovery mode from 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. Those are the important hours. You are literally hitting recovery mode 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. So if you're someone who doesn't go to bed till midnight or 1 a.m. and you're trying to wake up at 6 a.m. and you're wondering why you're so sore and tired and fatigued and you feel like you can't hit the gym as hard, well, baby, that sleep is off, right? And then on top of that, like I said, number one being nutrition. Because if you're not fueling yourself correctly, I promise you, what you're trying to do isn't going to happen. And I'm being straight up and honest with that. If you don't have your nutrition, it doesn't have to necessarily be 100%, but if you're not at 85% or better on your nutrition, eating whole foods, cutting out the processed crap, cutting out that added fake sugar, the signs are there. Your muscles aren't getting any bigger. You're not getting any stronger in class. You're like, man, I did this cycle and I only increased 5 pounds on my lift. Well, when you tell me you don't eat breakfast and sometimes you skip lunch and you hardly eat dinner, then I will fully expect for you not to experience the muscle growth that you're looking for. And then you have to be hydrated. When it comes to hydration, I'm gonna say this right now because this really is key. If you cannot do a 20-minute AMRAP or a 20-minute workout without needing to chug water during that 20 minutes, you're already dehydrated. You're already dehydrated. So think about that for a second. I'm going to the gym. I'm not eating really well. I don't really drink any water. All I drink is coffee and soda or juice. I mean, I love juice, and then I'm not really sleeping at night. So how are you expecting to make gains, recover well, see the results that you want, lose the weight that you want, especially if you're not eating enough to support your day-to-day body functions and now you want to gain muscle, so you need to be eating more, but you're not? You guys, we have to stop letting ourselves come up short on this, right? Because it's not just, I'm going to go to the gym every day. It's not just that. It's like a big circle with, think about it like an Easter egg, actually. You got your Easter egg and your Easter egg is fitness. And then you crack it open and inside you start pulling things out, like the little candies or the jelly beans that you get in there. It's like, first one, sleep. Next one, hydration. Here's my nutrition. Here's my coach that helps me, which is point number 5. Get you a coach to help create a personalized plan for you. What it really comes down to is, I know you have to be tired of starting and stopping and feeling like you're truly never making progress. Stop being a professional starter. Most people think that progress is a straight line, one step forward, no setbacks, but the reality is building muscle and lasting health is a journey with ups and downs. It takes time, patience, consistency, and that's exactly why we built the OxFit Coaching program. It's a one-on-one program that combines personal nutrition, intentional programming, and accountability to help you stay on track, especially when motivation disappears. Now, I'll tell you, this isn't about quick fixes or fad diets. It's a proven system designed to fit into your real life, help you build muscle, strength, and confidence without having to feel like you're always starting over. Remember, real progress isn't about shortcuts. It's about making sustainable changes, staying consistent, and trusting the process. And if you're ready to stop starting over and finally see results that last, I'm telling you, the OxFit Coaching is here to guide you every step of the way. And so let's turn your effort into real, lasting change. Because if you're just starting out on your fitness journey, or you're getting back into fitness, maybe you had a baby, you used to be an athlete when you were younger and you're getting back into the gym and you've been out of the game for a long time, sure, sometimes, it does work with like joining somewhere like OxFit. People see great results from our cycles, of course. But if you're really wanting to see the results that you want, and you're tired of doing it on your own, you're tired of not seeing results, well, maybe now it's time to have a personal coach to personalize a plan for you. So they're going to let you know, what days you need to be coming, what you need to be focusing on, what you should be eating and when, meal timing, how much you should be eating, your macros. These are things that you don't have to do on your own, but you're choosing to do on your own, and then you're getting frustrated. Then you're quitting what you're doing because it's getting too hard. It just becomes this endless vicious cycle of you starting and stopping and starting and stopping and pausing, and you're hurt and you're sore and you don't know what to do and you're tired of eating. And I'm going to tell you this, when it comes to eating, I saw something that really made me laugh, and it was like, girl, you gave that man years to change and years to waste your time, but you can't take the time to come to the gym, and you can't eat the same thing every single day. Come on now. So real quick, let's go over these points from the beginning. We're just having some more people join us. So my top 5 tips to help you keep getting those gains and prevent you from overtraining. Number 1, listen to your body. I'm telling you, if there is anything that you do in 2026 when it comes to your fitness journey, it is listening to your body and making smart decisions. Because some days you only have 75% to give, and you give 75%. Well, guess what? You gave 100%. Don't feel bad. You did the best that you could, and you gave the best, and you listened to your body. You still came and you moved. I love that. Keep going. And then number 2, we schedule our rest days and our active recovery days. Stop thinking you don't deserve rest. Stop thinking that laziness is this evil thing that you're like, oh my God, I can't sit here and enjoy this show because I got to be doing this. I've got to go to I got to work late for my job. I got to go. No, you deserve rest. Give yourself some grace. Number 3, structured and intentional programming. Having that intentional programming is what's going to get you to your goals. You're not sitting there, like, think about it. When I go to the gym with my husband and we go to get a little lifty lift in, I look over and this is all I see. Oh, I'm going to do my set. Oh, back to the phone. Here's another set. What are you doing? There's nothing intentional about what you're doing at all. That's why when you come to the gym, the only thing allowed on that gym floor is you and your water bottle, period. You don't have a water bottle? We got a water fountain. You got a little towel you want to wipe your sweat? Bring it. You're not bringing your phone in here. That's not how we work. So then number 4, ensuring that you have adequate nutrition, hydration, and sleep. Now, I know there's a lot. I've been recently seeing a lot about, we drinking too much. You could have too much water. Okay, I get that. But I'm telling you, the way that you can gauge your nutrition is if you cannot perform for 20 to 30 minutes without having to chug water, you're already dehydrated. And you're probably dehydrated because your nutrition is crap. You're not eating enough whole foods, vegetables, and fruits that have natural water in them. Orange juice, pineapple, watermelon. I'm telling you, those, you just eat those, drink that. Natural hydration, coconut water, one of my favorite things. So your hydration sucks. Your nutrition is crap. So then guess what? You're working hard. You're overworking yourself. You're not taking any rest. And now your hormones are off. And then your sleep is going to be crap. But you think that, and what's crazy is most people think that's just normal. Oh, I didn't sleep well last night. I didn't get a lot of sleep. Let me go about my day. I'm going to keep going and keep pushing yourself to the point of utter exhaustion. So then you're not seeing any results. Then you're skipping the gym, and then you're going back into these old habits that you said you weren't going to do, but you fell back into it. And then the way to prevent all of this the best thing that you could do is get you a coach to help create a personalized plan for you. One thing that I've taken away from Coach Savannah that she does so well, and I love when she does this, is we have Beach Brawl coming up in March. When we did Beach Brawl back in the fall, she took it upon herself to be everybody's personal coach. And she sent us emails highlighting movements and things that we should be doing, what days we should be coming to the gym so that we were ready for Beach Brawl. That's what a personal coach does for you. And it's not even just creating you a personal plan. It's holding you accountable. Because who is actually texting you, if not every day, at least every few days, to be like, hey, where are you at? And that's another thing that's even great about OxFit, and it's not even a coach, is that you're here surrounded by like-minded individuals who are on this same fitness journey and nutrition journey as you. And they're going to be like, dude, where are you at? Where have you been? What are you doing? Why are you not here? Because we need that. Like I said, more power to you. If you are someone that can go to a gym, put your headphones on, you want to talk to nobody, and you want to work out by yourself, zone out, great. You know what? Honestly, I admire that about you because that is hard. To be driven by yourself is hard. But man, when you come to somewhere like OxFit and you are surrounded by all of these people who are not only cheering you on, lifting you up, they're doing the same thing as you. They're on this same journey. And it's just like, wow, you see these other people and it encourages you. And it's like Ant said in his podcast yesterday, especially in a workout. When you're feeling tired and you're feeling like you can't keep going, cheer for somebody else. Because I'm telling you, that will make you feel better and that will get you re-energized. And so you're in a class like we had earlier this morning. We had 12 people in class and everybody is just like, let's go, come on, pick it up, coaching each other. And that's, oh man, those vibes are insane. Like it is just so awesome to be part of such an incredible community. Right? So even if say you're just getting into fitness and you're like, well, I'm not ready yet for that super intentional, one-on-one coaching. I just want to kind of like come to the gym. Come on. If you comment below this podcast and you've been looking for a gym, I got a free week for you. I got a free week card. You scan it, sign the waiver, come to class. Or if you're watching this podcast right now and you know that you have a friend who's been looking for something like this, let me know. I will reach out to them personally and give you a free week card to give them. Because I'm telling you, when you come into this space where everyone is trying to be the best version of themselves, the healthiest, the happiest, the harder to kill version of themselves, it inspires you. It makes you want to be better and it makes you want to do better. And I can stand 10 toes deep on that because I see it every single day. Look, don't be one of these people who just thinks I'm going to, go on AI or I'm going to copy someone's, what they're doing in the gym, because just like nutrition, and I've said it before, just like with nutrition, what works for me doesn't work for Savannah. What works for Savannah doesn't necessarily work for Lauren. And what works for Lauren isn't going to work for Ann. But that's why we're each other's coaches. And that's why we figure out what works for us. So stop trying to copy. You can use these people that you see on social media as something that motivates. But don't be out here trying to copy what they're doing, because what they're doing isn't necessarily going to work for you, because where are they in their fitness journey? How long have they been working out? You have to know where to start. And that is what is great about OxFit. When someone new comes in, they just feel, I hear it all the time. They're like, well, I got to get ready to come to your gym. No, you don't. We get you ready. We teach you movements. We coach you on form. You have nothing to worry about. Come as you are. Because what makes OxFit great is the wide array of people that we have here. Everybody's in a different part of their fitness journey, whether they're just starting out or getting back in. We have moms who are pregnant, moms who just had babies. We have everyone of shape, size, color, creed. It literally doesn't matter. Just come to a class, because I promise you, it will change your life. Because even in a class like this morning, some people are doing the workout like it's written, but some people have to modify, and modifications are okay. Stop thinking that people are going to, why you already don't go to another gym is because you're afraid of people judging you, or you're afraid of not looking good enough, or working out, or not knowing what to do for a movement. That's okay. You just have to show up and come to the gym. We will get you there. So like I said, you can come to the gym. You can get you a coach. Surround yourself with like-minded individuals. And I promise you, the goal that you've set, or the resolution, or whatever you want to call it, at the beginning of the year to come to the gym, you'll be part of that 3% that actually hits their goals at the end of the year. Remember, 97% of people set a New Year's resolution at the beginning of the year. And at the end of the year, only 3% of people have achieved their goals. Don't be part of that 97%. Be part of the 3%. All right, let's go over these tips one more time. If you don't have your notebook out, if you don't have a pen, at least pull your phone out, write it down in your notes, do something. All right, and maybe this is hitting home for you today. Maybe you feel triggered. Well, great, maybe you need to rest. I am guilty of this. So here we go. Number 1, listen to your body. Be smart. Modify if you need to. Take a day of rest if you need to. Don't keep doing the same thing you were doing last year, like me, and working yourself into the ground. Listen to your body. Number 2, schedule rest days and active recovery days. Go for a walk, do some yoga, do mobility. Maybe just come to class and move with lightweight or body weight. Schedule that for yourself. If you know that you can't actually allow yourself to rest, schedule that rest. Number 3, well-structured intentional programming. Stop asking AI to write a workout for you. Stop looking up these fitness influencers and what they're posting for their daily workout. That's not going to work for you. That's not intentional. All right. That's just you making something up and going to the gym. Number 4, ensuring that you have adequate nutrition, hydration, and sleep. I promise you that if you eat whole foods, cut out the processed junk, eat no less to no sugar, added sugar, fruit's fine, of course, you will see results just from that. Getting enough sleep, drinking enough water, and eating really well. Because the results that we see in people that do that the first month in our program, mind-blowing. And then number 5, get you a personal coach to help create a personalized plan for you. You guys, it's 2026. It's time that we actually start giving ourselves grace and resting. Because that job that you're staying up till 11 o'clock at night to work for, something happened to you tomorrow, they're replacing you the next day. How can you pour from an empty cup? How can you be there for your kids, be there for your husband, be there for your wife, support these people, do a good job at work if your cup is empty? You can't. Stop with this overworking and burnout and exhaustion. That's not what we're doing in 2026. We're being better in 2026. Because with enough rest, with a great coach, with the right community, with our nutrition on point, that goal that you had is going to be more attainable and going to happen quicker than all the other times that you said you wanted to lose 10 pounds last year and instead you gained 15 pounds. And just like the year before, you said you were going to go to the gym, you went to the gym for the first 16 days for your resolution and you quit already. Stop trying to work so hard. Stop trying to do things on your own when you have people who can hold you accountable, who can show up for you and help you along your journey.